Hi everybody, it's Joni Young here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you step by step how to paint this Follow Your Heart. It's titled Tree in the Distance on this path in black and white grayscale. I'm so excited to show you guys how to do this. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we do that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. That way you won't miss out on any of my future and upcoming tutorials. So the canvas that I'm using today is an 11 by 14 pre-painted canvas. I just used this gray here. It's a neutral gray 5 by Liquitex Basics. So I just applied a very thin coat. It's patchy looking, so that also makes the landscape a little bit more interesting, giving you different light around the canvas. So that's something to think about when you're pre-painting your canvases if you're working on a landscape, or it might even be still life. Make some of it a little heavier and more saturated than other areas. And the colors that I'm using today besides that gray are titanium white and Mars black. I have the following brushes: a 1-inch mop brush I'll be using for the treetops and little bits of moss around the path. I'll be using a 20 flat brush for the path, the lines, and our sun rays. And then here I have my 2 rigger or long liner brush and a 3 round for my tree trunk and my branches and any little vines or dangly branches down from the base of the tree. So the first thing we're going to do is start coming in with our sun rays, and we're going to build up our path and our tree from that. We're going to have our sun rays in the distance, and I'm going to take my 20 flat, add a little bit of water to it. I'm going to take white just on the end of my brush. So you don't need a big blob of paint on your brush. A little goes a long way. And if you need more, you can always add more, but it's best to start off with a little bit of paint. It's easier to add more rather than take off too much. So I'm going to start on the corner here, and I'm gently going to just pull angles like this. I'm going to add a little bit more. Got a little bit of water over here. And then I'm going to start adding a little bit more paint and less water so that we get some brighter ones. Now you can use a smaller flat brush if you want, or even a bigger one. This size is comfortable for the size of canvas that I'm working on. Plus you can always turn it this way and make thinner lines. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. And then I'm going to start coming in with our path. I'm going to start with a little bit of white, and I'm going to start right about here. So not in the middle. We're going to move over a couple inches, and not exactly in the middle of the canvas this way either. So we'll go a couple inches up from that. So we're going to start somewhere right about here is fine. I'm going to gently wiggle, and then I'm going to go side to side, making it wider. Pull it over to the right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of water on my brush and start adding a little bit more. And I've turned my brush this way to make wider lines. And then I'm going to start coming over here. So the path is right in front of us. We're walking into it. Okay, then I'm going to take some black, and I'm going to go a little bit on either side. And then I'm going to pull down on the edge like this. So I'll turn my brush this way. And I'm going to bring it kind of up and raise it up a little bit here. We'll come along here, and then gently pull and sweep down. This will give the illusion that it's kind of like floating. I'm going to bring it out a little bit here and then pull. And then start making it a little bit wider. Add a little bit of water and a little bit more of the black paint. I'm going to pull these down a little bit lower and then just come around these edges here and gently scoop in. Gently flick off either side, either end here where our tree is going to be. Okay, now I'm going to take some more white with a clean brush and I'm going to just start wiggling side to side again. Now you can leave a few spaces and just add lines in some spots if you want to make it look like stairs. And then full width of the brush all the way from the left to the end of the right. We're going to come in with our tree. I'll be using my round brush, straight black, and I'm going to gently go up and then add these little wiggles for the tree roots. Have some of those tree roots coming down here as well. And we're going to bring the tree over this way, exaggerate it, and then bring it back up. And then pull and wiggle in some branches. I'm going to add some smaller ones. And then we're going to come in here, pull this in, and create a little heart. I'm going to take a little bit of white without rinsing my brush out, and I'm going to add a little highlight inside here and outside here. Inside here for where the light, the sun rays would be hitting it. And then I'm going to kind of just twist over with that white, let it blend in and pick up a little bit of that black along the way. I'll just give you some more shades of gray. Now I'll add a few more delicate, thinner branches by taking my rigger brush in the water. I'll take a little bit of white. Maybe some of these sun rays are hitting the branches. We'll just add a little bit like that, and then a little bit off the edges here. Then a little bit of black, and we'll do the same thing. Just some little baby branches. You don't need to use a lot of pressure. If you feel like you have to, then just go back for a little bit more water or a little bit more paint. You could have a few little bits of moss dripping. Take a little bit of white and black, a little bit of water, and just lightly pull down, gently flick. Just little flicks, flick, flick, flick. Okay, now my favorite part, using the mop brush. I save this for last so that we can come in and add little highlights and bushes here on the side as well. So first I'm going to take a little bit of black, and just to show you how little paint I have on my brush, you don't need a lot. And we're just going to focus on adding a little tap here and here on the ends of our branches. I'll make a few of the areas a little bit heavier so it looks a bit more natural. And then we'll go along the edges here and add a little bit of bushes. A little bit there, maybe a little bit here. On these little corners is a nice area to add them. Okay, and take a clean mop brush that's dry. That one was dry as well. Take a little bit of white, and we're going to start applying some little highlights. On the tops of those branches. And then I'm going to turn my brush like this and gently sweep. Just give it a little bit more of a mossy effect. Okay, then I'll take a little bit more white, and we'll come along, do the same thing. We'll add a little bit of highlight on the side here. If you want it to look like we can change the angle of the bushes. So if you want it to look like they're a little bit on an angle, then just kind of hold your brush on a bit of an angle. So this would be straight across. Turn it a bit on an angle and tap, and then start to bring it in. That gives it kind of a nice look. It kind of brings everything in like this. And I'll add a little bit more. I'm going to just make up a little bit of dark gray here. A little bit of white. I'm just going to come back with my rigger brush and a little bit of black now. And I'm going to wiggle in a few more little vines and branches. So I'll take a little bit of water on my brush as well to help me create these little loops and drops. Picking up a little bit of white in here. That looks kind of neat too. I love painting these little floating worlds. I've been doing a few of these more lately. Kind of started out on my channel doing a lot of wild fantasy stuff. So if you guys are just discovering my channel right now, you might want to have a look through my fantasy playlist and you'll see all of them in there. Okay, just add a few more little squiggly branches in here. But the water is really going to help you. It's your best friend with a liner brush, especially for the little delicate lines and wisps. You'll be able to get more of a graceful look. Okay, I'm gonna go in and just add a tiny bit more white on the tops of some of these. Just a little bit more like that to make it a bit more bright. I don't want the same lighting everywhere. I want to have a couple areas that are just a little bit brighter than the others. And then you can just take a little bit extra white, pull right off the edge of the canvas, right off the corner there. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Thanks for requesting the full-length tutorial. If you guys have any other requests, questions, or suggestions, or just want to share anything with me, I love reading your comments, so just put them down below this video. Love hearing from you. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Feel free to join Patreon and become one of our members there, where you can instantly unlock hundreds and hundreds of beautiful tutorials there, all full length and exclusive. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!